Welcome to the Millbrook Railroad, and today I need to make a mounting plate for this vise here that I picked up. My tool area is kind of in a state of disarray right now. I'm doing some rearranging, but this is part of that, making some tooling. So I have to do something with this, and I found this piece of steel here. I think this came off of a grater. I think this is an old grater blade, but it's 5/8 inch thick steel, and I think I can mount this to the milling table either that way or something like that, but yeah, we're gonna make a way to mount this vise to the milling table by taking a chunk of this off. So I guess the first thing I gotta do is I've gotta put this in the saw and start cutting. Well, here we are at Banta Model Works machine shop, because my machine just won't do this piece. The metal's too hard and the machine is just not up to the task. It's a little too wore out. So this machine here, this Precision Matthews PM something or 8 something 3T, is doing a fine job with this face mill here. A little bit of anchor lube on there, and this former grater blade is becoming a plate for the vise sooner rather than later. Alright, after all that work, I drilled these 5 holes off camera, countersunk these 4 holes also off camera, cleaned it up, broke the edges on it and deburred it, just kind of gave it a once over with the sandpaper. And these ears here, I'm going to have to drill slots eventually, but not on this machine. So think it's ready to mount the vise right now, so let's do that. Alright, so after all that, I think it's time to mount the vise to the table. So I'm going to take this and I want to mount it 90 degrees. I can mount it either this way or I can mount it this way, the way this is set up. It's got a hole in the center for a locating bolt that goes here, but I don't have the right size end mill for that, so we're just going to do it without the indexing, and it'll be fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It just makes it a little bit harder to index, that's all. And, you know, once I get it mounted, I'm not going to want to take it off the plate anyway, unless I want to change it to change it 90 degrees or something. With the way it is right now, I can take the straps, these straps here, and I can crank them down on the ears, and it'll hold it just fine, and that'll make it so I can make heat sinks for headlights. So that's what all of this is for, so I can make heat sinks for headlights. So take my trusty 5mm T-handle, just kind of spin those in, doing this one-handed. I will definitely tighten this down before I mount it to the vise. Crank it down real good. It'll be the German torque spec, guten tight. I know, all the real German speakers are groaning at that one, but anyway, I said it. All right, let's just tighten that, and tighten that. Now this is one of a few projects, a very few projects, that I've done in metric, because this is a metric vise. Now it doesn't matter once you're clamping it down whether it's metric or imperial, but how you mount it to the table, well, now it matters. It's got metric threads, metric hardware sizes, so this is one of the few metric projects I have going. So, but I don't care. Metric, imperial, really doesn't matter as long as you get your dimensions right. And let's see, yep, we can put a 5mm T-handle in here, and that'll open the vise jaws. It'll close the vise jaws. And the nice thing about this vise is it closes both jaws and opens both jaws at exactly the same time. Alright, so now we'll take this, mount it onto the table. I'm not going to actually mount it, but this gives you the idea of how it's going to be mounted. I'll use a really long strap on this side because it's ridiculous, and it'll work anyway. I'll just clamp it down here. Probably not any more leverage, but yeah, whatever. And then I'll use a nice short clamp, an appropriate size strap, I should say, and clamp that down right over here. Well, over here, I guess. There. So I'll just tighten it down with the wrench and index it. Well, index it and then tighten it down with the wrench. So there it is. My plate, my mounting plate for my little vise on the mini mill here, and yeah, look at that. We can open it. We can close it with the T-handle. And now I can do some little work with this. Work that is right sized for this milling machine. There we go, simple as that. Now I can drill the holes from the top. so I can mount the LEDs to these heat sinks. Mission accomplished. Thanks for watching today's video in the shop here at the Millbrook Railroad and over at Stoddard Hill Farm Railway as well. So we've done a couple of shops in this one video, mainly because this machine just can't. It's so wore out. It is so worn out. I'm gonna have to get a new machine, but well, I'll plug along with this one as a drill press for as long as I can. So if you're getting frustrated with watching me work with this completely worn out machine, well, you can always join us over on Patreon and help me replace it. I guess that's the only thing I can say. It's definitely needing to be replaced. Pretty much, it's only sort of good for a drill press at this point, and then not even that. It doesn't even do that very well. The only thing it's got going for it is the X, Y, and Z axes, and they're really, really wore out. So that's also what's working against it. The dovetails are all basically shot. And to rebuild this machine, I can buy a used Bridgeport that's been reconditioned for less money and end up with a much better machine, which is maybe what I'll do in the long run, or in the medium run, or whatever. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Join us over on Patreon, patreon.com/Millbrook Railroad, and we'll catch you in the next video.